morning, students. Today we will study about the atomic size or atomic radius, how the size of the atom changing in a period or in a group. So what is the definition of atomic size? It is defined as the distance from the nucleus to the point up to which the electron density is maximum. In last class I have explained about this. Now, depending upon whether the element is metal or non-metal, depending on the nature of the element, radius can be classified into three types. Number one, covalent radius. When the radius is determined from a covalent bond, that type of radius is said to be covalent radius. It is the distance between the nuclei of two covalently bonded atoms. Of same element in a molecule. So covalent radius you can symbolize like this. R covalent means covalent radius. This is equal, you can write half of bond length. For example, if you consider hydrogen molecule, when two hydrogen atoms combine from this nucleus to that nucleus, this is one hydrogen, this is another hydrogen, what is the internuclear distance? That is called the length of the bond. So half of the length of the bond, you will get the radius of atom, and that radius is called covalent radius because radius is determined from the covalent bond. So those elements which produce covalent bond or which can form covalent bond, for that type of atom you can determine covalent radius. For example, for hydrogen, the radius for the bond length for hydrogen molecule, it is found to be 74 picometer by doing X-ray study. So if you want to find out the atomic radius for one hydrogen atom, just you divide it by 2, you will get 37 picometer, and this is the radius of hydrogen atom. So bond length you can find out by doing X-ray. So by X-ray studies you can find out the bond length, and half of the bond length you will get radius of the atom. Number 2, this is called van der Waals radius. Van der Waals is the name of scientist. Van der Waals radius, it is the here you have to write, it is the half of the distance between two nuclei. Similarly, van der Waals radius, it is the half of the distance between the nuclei of two non-bonded isolated atom. Or two non-bonded isolated molecule also you can write. For example, you know helium. Helium is a noble gas, and that is why helium cannot produce any kind of bond. They cannot form covalent bond. So if you want to find out the radius for helium atom, so how to determine the radius? Although they cannot produce bond between them, but they have some force of attraction in between them. What type of force? The nucleus of this neon attract the electrons of that neon. Similarly, the nucleus of this neon attract the electrons of this neon. I mean, they have some force of attraction in between them, but they cannot come very close to each other because the force is not so much stronger one like covalent bond force. So that is why you will get some gap in between the molecule. So when this force of attraction takes place between these two atoms, so what is the distance between these two nucleus, and that distance you find out and you do the half of that, you will get the radius of one atom. So this is called van der Waals radius because the force of attraction is called van der Waals force of attraction, and from that you find out the radius. That is why it is called van der Waals radius. But van der Waals radius is not the proper radius because the molecules, the atoms are not joined with each other, and that is why you will get always somewhat larger size than the original one. And that is why noble gases have always larger in size, because when you determine the size of noble gas, you have to determine the size from the van der Waals force of attraction, and that is why van der Waals radius is always greater than covalent radius. I mean, you don't get the exact radius for the noble gases, and that is why the size of the noble gases are exceptionally higher due to presence of van der Waals radius. So if you want to find out the radius of noble gases, then you have to consider van der Waals radius. Now the number 3 radius, which is called metallic radius, and this metallic radius you can find out for the metal. Number 3, this is called metallic radius. What is metallic radius? It is 1/2 the internuclear distance between two adjacent metal ions in the solid state. In the solid state, in lattice, metal always exists as solid. They always exist as in the solid state, and they form some lattice. So inside the lattice, number of metal atoms are present, and these metal atoms, they are bonded with some bond which is called metallic bonding. So if you want to determine the metallic radius, then what you have to do, you find out the length of the metallic bond, and half of that metallic bond you will get the radius of one metal. So that is why if your atom is non-metal, I mean if it can form covalent bond, then you find out covalent radius. If the atom is noble gas, I mean non-bonded atoms, then you consider van der Waals radius. And if the atom is metal, then you have to consider the metallic radius. So depending on the nature of the atom, you have to determine the radius in different way. And that is why there are 3 types of radius: covalent radius, van der Waals radius, metallic radius. And always we have to know one thing: van der Waals radius always greater than metallic radius than covalent radius. Van der Waals radius is always larger.